From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Siggy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they've changed the dimensions.
It's a different ballpark. It plays differently, and these hitters are really feeding off of it. You give the pitcher a nice little lead, and we see those guys getting comfortable and leading the team to victory.
First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill, a soft tossing lefty, just like you, Chris, Jose Quintana.
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
All right, ready to get underway. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
The shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
The pitch. That missed inside, and that's how this game gets started. The wide to kick the pitch. Line drive and a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here's DJ LeMahieu. Step off throw to first, and he's back in standing. To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. First offering misses the mark. Chris, DJ LeMahieu, given name David John LeMahieu. Some people call him by the nickname the Big Fundy.
What's the Big Fundy, partner?
Well, it's short for the Big Fundamental because he's so good fundamentally, both at the plate and in the field. Nimmo has it sized up. He's got it. 2 away now. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Harrison Bader.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus, batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of him will see some better pitches to hit, because you don't want to put any free base runners on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
Aaron Judge, the next to hit, takes outside. And a pitch. Upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Next offering is in for a strike. Hard hit left side. Escobar with the throw to first. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Back here at Citi Field. And today's starting pitcher, Nestor Cortes Jr. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
The pitch. Starling Marte leading things off and takes a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses. Now one away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that's in there for strike one. There's a swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Going to count 1-2. Kicks and fires. Just off the outside edge.
It's a good take.
Left-hand hitter waits.
Count is 3-2.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. He goes down looking.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Two down, nobody on. Called strike right there.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Next pitch is outside. And he deals. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that will end the inning. Mets go down quickly, scoreless after 1. Back here in Queens, and now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo.
One of the things to remember about Giancarlo Stanton, only 6 players took fewer games to reach 350 career homers. That's impressive. And the pitch. That one missed. Fought off foul. There's the strike. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Stays alive. And that one almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Now all even up. On the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And quickly one away in the second.
That is it. The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Here's Rizzo swinging a drive deep right field. That one's carrying. And that ball is gone. Anthony Rizzo circles the bases. His 9th homer of the year, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
Working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. That's in there. 0-1. And a pitch. And that's a little bit high.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
And a count 1-2. The wind of the pitch. A little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The other way, and he beats the shift.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. 2 hits and 4 at-bats during yesterday's ball game. Next pitch downstairs. Ball 1. Torres stands at first with 1 out. Next pitch inside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. At the belt and fires. And he flips a breaking ball in there or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it. Whatever it was.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Down the line towards the corner. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 away.
Batting in. The catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. First pitch, and he just misses. And another ball.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes he goes. Good job at damage control right there. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. And the home team down a run. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
I got my bands up, 20s, 50s, 100s in my hand. VIP, I'm coolin' like.
Back here at the ballpark, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Cortez back to work. Good eye right there. In there at the knees for a strike. The 1-1. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 5th in the NL in batting average coming into this one. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
That's off the mark, and the count is 2-0. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. Lined into right. Judge makes the grab, and there's one down.
Batting the third baseman,
Eduardo Escobar, El Caballo up to hit.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Line drive to short and caught.
the catcher,
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike one. Alonso off of first with two away. In for a strike. 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. kicks and deals. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Here comes a pitch.
Ball.
And that just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Alvarez tries to hold up, appeal to first, no swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Two outs. And that's a strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Mets leave one. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. On to the third inning. Here's a speed threat, Harrison Bader. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The pitch. That one just misses.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step, and that's why he makes so many great plays.
And down on strikes. 1 out.
Now batting.
So digging in, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kiner-Falefa playing up the middle at short, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season. Here's a 1-1. That one catches the corner for a strike. In the air to left center. That gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That's in there, and that is strike 1. See, DJ LeMahieu, really good hitter, but as well defensive versatility. And fittingly enough, he's the first winner of the Gold Glove award that went to a utility player. He won it in 2022 in the American League. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, but that year, 35 games at first, 41 at second, and 47 at third. This guy's just got so much versatility, but a great hitter as well. You know, both you and I were surprised.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. There's one.
The right fielder, number 91, Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Grounded out his first time. Judge, a former home run derby champ, 30 years old now. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Judge rips that one. And an automatic double now as it hops the wall in foul ground.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Now 1-1. Here's a 1-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 on, 2 outs. And that one pulled foul. And now the lefty. And now it's 3-2.
That's a really good take.
Anthony Rizzo would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
That's towards center. He's under it. Squeezes it. And the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair, but they're on top 1-0.
I was never a gentleman, I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow, I made it back. If she told me don't leave,
As we go to the last of the third. Here's Tommy Pham. The pitch. Just off the inside edge. The next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes. The wind of the pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
That's in for a strike. And a foul ball. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
And now here's the veteran DH, Darren Ruff. Cortez kicks over. Pham back to first safely. Ruff measures 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Fouled off left side.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
This one in the air center field. He's under it. Makes the catch. 1 away.
The right fielder, number 6,
Starling Marte up to him. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Yeah, ball 1 to the right fielder.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now snap throw to first. Pham back in standing. And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. Bangs off the wall. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
He was all over that one. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Left-hand hitter waits. So 2 balls and no strikes.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a miss. And a count 2-1. Pham on third. Marte at second with 1 away. On the ground, right side. Torres over to first, but the game is tied as the run comes in. Jeff McNeil stands in. Fly to left his first time up. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Base hit center field. In to score from third, and a 2-1 ball game now.
Big RBI for him right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Pete Alonso. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That one hooked foul. Kicks and fires. Up the middle. And it gets by him. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now
just kept it simple. Played Pepper at the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And first offering is fouled off. Francisco Lindor, a guy who's won multiple Gold Gloves and a Platinum Glove, multiple All-Star appearances. Mr. Smile, what do you think of when you contemplate the player Francisco Lindor?
Just a special talent, both sides of the ball, both sides of the plate, equally a force. And one thing about Francisco Lindor, you talk about that smile, he's also got some good sense. If I'm a catcher, love it when he comes to the plate because he's got all kinds of different colognes that he wears and sometimes mixes them.
The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. On to the 4th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo. The pitch.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Bounced up the middle. Whips it to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Here is Gleyber Torres, and he's already singled in this game. In there for strike one. And that one off the outside edge. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Oswaldo Cabrera getting ready to hit. Fly to right his first time. That one's in there, 0-1.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Missed inside with the curve.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Swing and a bouncer. In plenty of time to first. That's out number 3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. And welcome back. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Eduardo Escobar. And the pitch. Escobar checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And yes, he offered at it. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And he deals.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one drifts inside.
It's still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next to the net, the catcher,
and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. One down, base is empty. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Swings and misses. Some high cheese for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Tommy Pham up now for the Mets. The walk and a run scored his first time. In there, and it's 0-1. And a base hit into right.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
And next for the Mets, Darren Ruff. Flied out to center in his first at bat. Ball one, no strikes. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. Pham off of first with 2 away. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Mets strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at Citi Field, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Kyle Higashioka. Quintana back to work. And there's the strike. There's a strike. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Pretty classic sequence on the strikeout right there. Did a nice job working him hard inside early in the at-bat, not letting him get extended. Then he went to a well-executed changeup away and just had him out front. He still had to think he's got to protect the inside part of the plate with an 0-2 count. So it becomes really hard to adjust when you get something soft away like that.
And now Bader up to the plate. In the air, right field. Marte puts the squeeze on that one, and there's 2 down.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground to 3rd, and that's just foul. And the 0-1. On the run, throw to first. Throw safe. And that was close.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the 3rd baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Singy, DJ LeMahieu earned a pretty cool distinction when he won the American League batting title with the Yankees in 2020. He became the first player in the modern era to win a batting title in both leagues. Remember, he won with the Rockies the batting title in the National League in 2016. Ground ball to the right side. Takes it himself, and that is that. The Yanks lead 1, and they trail it here 2-1. Back here in Queens, now it's the right fielder, Starling Marte. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Marte retired. 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder.
So up next, Brandon Nimmo.
And that's in there for strike one. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And strike two. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That's the second out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we lace down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. Man at second. And that one a little bit high.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Off the mark there. And now 3 balls and a strike. Francisco Lindor up next for the Mets. Man on second, 2 down. Popped up. Connor Falefa settles under it and makes the catch. And that is the inning. Mets lead 1. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back. Top 6. Here is Aaron Judge. Well, here's Aaron Judge, a former Rookie of the Year, an MVP in 2022, and of course singing the cover man for MLB The Show in 2018. First offering misses the mark. Next offering is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. John Curtis up and loosening in the pen. Smith getting cranked up as well. The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And a 1-2.
That's a ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Kicks and deals. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Stanton now.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Stanton measures 6 feet 6 inches, 33 years old. He's the reigning All-Star MVP. And the 1-0. Way high.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
The 2-1. And that one fouled off. The pitch.
Helpful.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch just misses. Left-hand batter waits, and that's outside. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Gleyber Torres in the on-deck circle. Three-0 down. And now 3-1.
1 strike.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Hard ground ball, base knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
At the belt and fires. Here's a rocket out to left. And in one hops the wall. The run comes in from second. We are tied at 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jose Quintana won't go any further, and not his finest start. Never really looked comfortable out there. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we get back. They turn things over to the southpaw, Joey Lucchesi.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Here's the left fielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. A switch hitter batting right. First pitch, and he just misses. Rizzo, the runner at third. Torres over at second with 1 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And here it comes. That one missed. Kyle Higashioka on deck for the Yankees. And the pitch.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
So now 3-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
And they're all loaded up.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Kyle Higashioka, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ball one low.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And that one is inside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Good job to fight that one off. Bases loaded. One away. And now it's filled up. This to third. Could be extra bases. One runs in. Now it rolls down into the corner. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Escobar with a relay home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 5-2.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Harrison Bader. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And that's through there for a strike. The pitch. Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at second here, one gone. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Nimmo snags it for the second out.
Now back, the shortstop, Isaiah.
So the lineup flips over, and now the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And that one is in for a strike. That misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And now the lefty late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. pitch. And that's outside. DJ LeMahieu waiting to hit for the Yankees. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 down. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. In there for strike 1. Inside, just missed. Late swing, fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup, but 4 score in the inning. 3 of them on this bases clearing double. It's 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Cortez back to work. There's a strike. Singy, where are you on F1 racing? Are you a fan?
Haven't gotten there yet, but I will at some point.
Francisco Lindor, a big fan of F1 racing. His favorite driver is Lewis Hamilton. Next pitch misses inside, and now it's even 1-1. Good eye right there. The wind of the pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here comes a pitch. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Francisco Lindor takes him deep. His 9th homer of the year. It's 5-3.
Got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Eduardo Escobar, the next to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And a pitch. There's a strike.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2.
Ball, that's outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hard hit, but right at him in left.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Alvarez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Way out front for strike two. The wind and the pitch. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Cabrera tracks it down for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Fan in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Coming up on pitch number 100, probably nearing the end of his outing here, Boo.
Hard ground ball, base knock.
Everything came together for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Darren Ruff up now for the Mets. Ruff not having as much success with the bat here at home as you see the splits. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Darren Ruff leaves the yard. And they add a couple more. It's 5-5. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at-bat. Was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that, and right there he made him pay.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Nestor Cortez Jr. out of the game, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Domingo Germán comes on now, on for his 20th appearance of the year.
Number 0, Domingo Germán.
Here's Starling Marte, 1 for 3. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Check swing went around, and it's 0-2. To the right side. A flip to the pitcher covering, and that is the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. All even at 5 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark, top of inning number 7. It's Aaron Judge now. The wind to kick the pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And a big swing and a miss. And the pitch. Ripped towards third. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Giancarlo
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. First offering misses the mark. Next offering is fouled back. One now. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Fan going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Rizzo in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That one misses in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. And now the count is even.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Out to short. Lindor in the hole. Jump throw. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So the Yanks go in order, and this remains a 5-5 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. The pitch. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And a 1-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. First offering, and it just misses.
Count 1-0.
And the righty deals. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
And the right-hander deals.
That's ball 3.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Here's a 3-0. And he walked him.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. 1 for 2. That one's in there, 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Holy Toledo! Pete Alonso takes him deep, and they grab the lead. It's 7-5.
was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-handed reliever.
Ball.
And another ball. Kicks and fires. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Now the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar. In there, and it's 0-1. That's a little bit low. Right-hander kicks, deals. Tapped softly on the ground, and it goes just foul. And a pitch. Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 7-5. Adam Ottavino getting the call to the mound. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's Gleyber Torres. The Yankees looking to rally. The pitch. And that's in there at the knees.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
This one in the air, right field. Marte takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Now back left field.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-0. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Edwin Diaz. The closer is getting loose. Next pitch is downstairs. Righty delivers. That one misses, and it's 3-0. Righty to the plate. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 3 balls and a strike. And that's ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Kyle Higashioka. In the air, right side. Marte pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
Now the center fielder,
Harrison Bader stepping in now for the Yankees. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Cabrera, the runner at first with 2 gone. Bounce to third. Escobar. They take the force out. That ends the frame. 1 left for the Yankees, and they're down 7-5. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. The pitch. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Number 97 up and throwing. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Pham in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. The pitch. Good eye right there.
2-0.
And that misses upstairs now. 3-0. 3-0 down. And a 4-pitch walk.
Now batting.
And now the Mets DH, Darren Ruff. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one. 0-1. That misses off the outside edge. Foul ball. Herman picks to first. Pham back easily. To the right side, and that squirts through. Pham around second, headed for third. Pham coming home. Rizzo with a relay throw. Tag, too late, he scores. And they lead by 3.
Well done, drives in the run. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Wandy Peralta gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
So the batting order turns over. Starling Marte digs in now. And a strike in there. Bounced out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Goes to third for one.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Man at first, Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Step off, throw to first. Marte dives back in. Marte on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now looking for the Mets, number 39,
All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Chris, Edwin Diaz has turned into one of the top closers in all of baseball. Kid who grew up in Puerto Rico, third-round pick by the Mariners in 2012. When he was in Puerto Rico, he grew up playing along with Carlos Correa and Jose Barrios.
Yeah, and Diaz became the youngest pitcher in MLB history to record a 50-save season. He had 57 as a 24-year-old.
The 1-1. Swings and chases a low one there.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some guys.
Left field, way back there. That's back. That one is gone. A shot to left, and they're chipping away. It's 8-6.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Diaz, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. At the belt and fires. Diaz, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And a 2-1 on the way. Lifted in the air, right center field. Marte moves under it. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. First pitch just misses. The 1-0. Out towards left center. Nimmo makes the grab for the second out.
Now the designated hitter.
So last chance for the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
Oh, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
And there's the strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that guys have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
That one hammered left field. That's back there. And out of here. Giancarlo Stanton goes deep. His 7th home run of the season. And they close the gap. It's 8-7. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Brooks Raley.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And now the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. In there for strike 1. Kicks and deals. And that one in the air center field. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets earn the sweep in this 2-game series.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
And a final 8-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
For our ball game tonight, for the victorious New York Mets, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Yankees, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive